Hello. We'll wait for people to join in. So let's give a couple of minutes for people to join in before we start this session. Now the few minutes we'll have. Just another 2 minutes we will wait and then we will start our session. Hi. Nice to have you here, Atra. Good to see you, Alpana here. So we just wait for another 2-3 minutes for people to join in. Maybe another minute. And we know this month is kind of love in the air. So today's session is going to be something to do with. So this month we're going to do some sessions. The full of this month I will be looking at doing something which is related to heart. So today we're looking at something which is the string is going to be heart. So hope you enjoy this month and spread the happiness. Okay, before we start, just as usual, let's take a conscious deep breath and gratitude at this hour. And hi Sunita, hi LK. So let's take a conscious deep breath and let's take 5 deep breaths and then slowly release it and calm down ourselves, and then we start our session. So take a nice deep breath and leave it. Take another nice deep breath and release it. Take another nice deep breath and slowly release it. Take another nice deep breath and slowly release it. Take another nice deep breath and slowly exhale. So before we started, my quick regular update that this session is, I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, I'm Maya, and I've been teaching for the last 1.5 years, and I'm certified from Zentangle, so I'm authorized to take in live classes and the Zentangle classes, because Zentangle is a trademark and copyright of sorry, Maria and Rick. Sometimes you get too twisted around it. So Maria and Rick, who are the founder of this art form, so it's a copyright and trademark. So what I'm showing it across here or demonstrating out here is solely purpose of you to just watch, enjoy, create and spread it, and there's no commercial use if you're not a certified Zentangle teacher, commercial or any other purpose of teaching, because the teaching methodology of Zentangle is a copyright. So Zentangle is not simple drawing, well, I keep telling in, it's got a lot of philosophy into it. So it's just not drawing patterns, it's beyond drawing. So let's breathe, create and enjoy today. So what we do, we're going to breathe, we're going to create, and we're going to enjoy. So what we're going to use our tile, we're going to use a standard Zentangle tile, which is the branded tile. So if you do not have this 3.5-inch square tile, you can use any of your art paper or your journal or anything. So that's the art supply. And the micron pen, the pencil, the graphite, these are the 4 what we use to create it. So today again I'm going to use only one pen, which is PN pen, and I'm going to use my graphite and Tortillon to give a shading and the smoothing effect on it. Today, just to give a little twist to it, so I'm going to use a red micron pen, and Valentine red has to be there, and I'm going to use, instead of my graphite, I will be using a little places my charcoal pencil, red charcoal pencil, to just to give a little effect to it. So let's start. So I just leave these here. So today we're going to do a single pattern. We're going to do a single pattern and monotangle, which is what I keep saying. So just going to, the person who has created this pattern, she's amazing person by name Joanna Quincy. She's a CST. She's now currently placed out from UK. I used to do black and white sketching and everything, but somewhere down the line I had kind of the confidence of not shading. I had a session with her, and then that kind of a tingled. So she takes amazing session, and most of the CSCs are very good in art. She's an amazing person so we're going to do Joanna Quincy's pattern called, it's called Bouffant. Bouffant, right? And it's, yeah, I've spelled it right. So this is very simple pattern, right? And this is a organic pattern. So what we do is we just draw a small orb, okay, and then which is right in this line. Okay, if you had imagine if you had your line of your string is out here. So what we will do is we will draw a petal right at the beginning. We'll do a petal shape. So today we're going to do circle, we're going to use petal, and then we're going to use half petal, kind of a like curved kind of a petal like this, and which will all start and end in the same point. And then we will just ink the space. That's all is the pattern. So we'll keep repeating this pattern and where it is. So it's basically, so I'm just going to do, just place it up. So if you place it up too close, so your leaves will go, just petal will go, the first is a petal, so it will go behind, that's not a problem. So just do a placing. So it's a half petal, it's not a full petal, it's like behind. That's it. This is what we're going to use. So we're going to use this single pattern. This is called as the Buffon pattern, and this is a lovely organic pattern. You can play around. So now what we want to do a layering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go on top. So, and I'm going to do again the same thing. So just see. So I'm going to do draw behind, and I'm just going to ink all the space. So all the space which is going to be left out, I'll be inking it up. Right? And you can do a different way of shadings, like you can just draw lines and just give a depth to it, which is what I'm going to do, give her with a red pen onto it, this. Or you can use the graphite and just at the edges and just use your Tottledon and just pull it up. Right? And if you still further you want to give more depth to it, you can just do it here. Right? That's one way. Or if since this is a broad pen, you can just do the shading on the outer side of each petal. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see it, the effect. Right? So you can do various way of however you feel like, you can go ahead and do it. So this is going to be this simple pattern is what we're going to do it. So I'm just going to again play it up because just few people have joined in. So it is just the single one, a small circle, which is here we call it as orbs, a petal, a half petal, another petal, another petal. It's just keep going in this direction and just inking it up. So if you want to do this straight or you want to do a little curvy, so if you see this is kind of a curvy, this is little straight, so the way your output, the result of your work will differ the way your stroke is going to be. So this is the what we are going to create, this is the pattern. I'm just showing you from my swatch card. Right? So let's go create it in our tile. So people are comfortable right on the pattern what I have shared taught. So now let's go. So we'll go to our right. So we're going to use, I told you, like today being this the first month of the second day of the Valentine month, so I'm going to use a heartstring. So the heartstring is going to be just going to draw like this. So I'm going to use this as my string. Right? So I'm going to draw a small heart, not a big heart, because I need the outer space to tangle. So So I'm just going to use, this is going to be my string. Right, and I'm going to use my micron pen. We strongly recommend micron pen. So I'm just going to start. So I'm going to go from this fully, I'm going to cover it up. So I'm starting it here. So just feel comfortable. If you feel it is going up, it's fine, that's not a problem. It's just that it gives you a different so I'm rotating it to make myself comfortable on it. So I'm just going to do another one here. Right? They need not be uniform size. It can be big, small, so that's fine. Just enjoy the process, that's what is more important. And getting into your meditative phase. Right? So we're just going to do this full one. Right? So we go from the down and then go up and then right. So this is going to be a small one because the space is this, so I'm just going to make it a little small and a petal like half hidden going behind it. right? How are you liking it? You feeling comfortable? So as you tangle, remember to breathe, and you create and you enjoy. Right? So now what we're going to do, we're going to do the second layer. So I'm just going to start. There's a lot of traffic. I live right on the road, near the road, main road. So today kind of it's a lot of traffic noises. There is the music for us. Right? So we're just kind of giving a second layering level. So it doesn't that you need to do straight, you can just come here on this curve. And I'm not finishing it because this is going behind, so I'm just leaving it like that. So as if it's behind. Right? So we're going to do another one out here. And wherever you have these gaps, right, you can just ink it up. So these kind of a gap. So that kind of creates a little drama. And just kind of enhances your tangle. So yeah. It's like a flower blooming around the heart. Just be mindful of your strokes. Take your time, do it slow, no hurry. Even if there is an oops moment, that's not a problem. Just make it look different. Zentangle is with no mistakes. The number of petals are not going to be uniform, so you don't need to worry about it. And see the space, it's going to be filled up with ink. Like I said at the beginning of the class session, that this month we will be using hearts as our main theme, so we will be working on that. So don't miss the fun. Right, so we're going to go doing it. Just be gives you such amazing peace, and I keep telling my students that when you come to my session or when you take a Zentangle session, you'll be guaranteed that the monkeys which is there, monkeys are your thoughts, will not even want to come in. Because there's no room for them, because you're so focused and you're enjoying it, the moment, being present. Right, so it's going up and down and up and down kind of a stuff, so it's taking its own path, so there is no defined direction. And I think you would have noticed that they're not uniform, and it is not that I've done it on deliberate, it just happens as the flow, that's it happens. It's also got to do how you place the first orbs, that also plays a critical. So now you want to do a uniform, then you need to place it. Right, so now we have this place, so we will see if we can do 2 or a 1, so let's see how we go about on it. And it's always your first, you started on your right side and then you move around to, now it became too small. So it's like that's gone behind. So when I do the third layer, that kind of will cover it up out there. You can just leave it with these 2 rows, that's fine. You want to completely cover the full tile, you can do it, or you can just do another 3rd row and then leave it. So So now I'm just going to go here, this particular place. And I'm trying to cover it up out here. Right? And Joanna, the person who had created Joanna Quincy, we call it as Joe. Joe gave me the confidence to do paradox, because I always used to end up having oops, and because she does a one full page of only paradox. That kind of made me think, yeah, when I'm not comfortable, when I need more practice, I end up playing with I play around with the same pattern, and that gives us the confidence out here. So just to show, so if you see here, this full, this was my first page on one of the new journal which I picked up more than a year back. So that's the thing. So when you do practice, you kind of get into it, and it gives you a real good meditative face. So when I don't want to think about doing something, or no, I sometimes take a single pattern and end up repeat that pattern, that the repeating the pattern around kind of gives you such soothing effect, and you kind of, so I'm just going to do here as if the petals are there at the behind, and I'm just doing it out here, right? So I'm just going to do my, right? So we're in this edge, right? So you may not get a full one, so that's fine. Just enjoy it. That's it. So you got one row, second row, and a third row, right? So let's go. Even if you don't do it in rows, that's also is fine. Tangled, even I'm not sure what you said. I'm not able to, because that's in Spanish. So sorry. If that was a query, I'm sorry, I'm not able to. I will answer it post the session. Right, so I think in the last class itself, last Instagram I said next month being, the current month being February, we will work on hearts related, Valentine related, so that's why I'm here doing this month's theme is going to be this, as promised. So we will do either strings, or we will do the patterns which are heart related, or right. So if you want to leave with the 2 rows is also good. You want to continue is also good. You want to finish the full tile around is also good. That's when your creativity and your own tile comes into picture. Because that's your own idea. I'm just guiding in to just helping out. In fact, today someone posted their creativity and they put some nice music to it. It was really nice to see that creation. In fact, I haven't shared it on my story. I think I should do it. I was just busy today. It's such a simple pattern, and you just keep repeating it. Not that we get bored of it. That's where the beauty of Zentangle is. So I'm just going to do another one out here. I'm sorry, I'm just going off the camera, I think. Right, so this space is there, so I'm just going to ink it up. I'm not going to worry about that the space was blank or nothing. Just ink it up. I'm just going to leave it like this. The pattern is called Bouffant. Pattern name is called Bouffant. It's by Joanna Quincy CZT. She's a certified Zentangle teacher, sorry. right? So we're just going to go now. That's it with our. So now comes our shading. So before I do a shading, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my pen. I'm just going to show you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, okay, let me show it here. I'm just going to use my pen, and I'm not going to do, I'm just going to slide strokes. So just going to use those. And given it is Valentine month, when we've said and we are going to be in heart, and if there's no red, it's not. So every petal I'm just going to go, it's going to be either one or a two strokes. And so when you do such pattern which kind of is repetitive and soothing and calming, we call that a Zen patterns, because that gives you a real nice Zen mode. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Just give me a minute. I have been having this dry cough. It's quite for a long time. Been having it more than 2 years, and I have a dog at home, so I have his fur allergy also comes from me, so it's not going out. So it's simple that small single strokes of red gives beauty to the art also so much. And even if you miss one petal, or you just can go back and do it, so there's nothing to worry about it. Just enjoy it. Like I said, breathe, create, and enjoy. You can just jump up and down, but going in a rhythmic fashion kind of makes a difference. So there's no harm. If you want to do the other way around, not a problem. You can do the same bouffant. You don't need to do such small ones, or you can do little bigger ones. That also will look nice. And we haven't done shading. Now once we do the shading, it will give you a little of the layering kind of a work. It will give you, so that will look more pretty. See, I've left the space as black, not left, so I will come back, and I noticed it, so how are you liking this? Do you like this one? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go outside of the heart on one side. I'm sorry, and this time I'm going to do both sides. I'm not going to do one side lifting up, and I'm going to do both sides. So I'm just going to use my tortillon and give a little smoothing. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my pencil, graphite pencil, and I'm just going to go around these places. So I'm just going to use my first just around it. So I'm just making a first layer prominent. Right, I just pulled it up, and I'm just going to use my stub. Can you see the layering happening out it? that's where the end results is called magic and creating fun. So I just go quick, smoothing around the place. Thanks, Sharon. Right? So while we have not finished it, so just I want to give you the same thing like I always end up doing. So to see this, thank you, Docs Mary, gracious. So if you see, it's a black and white, and this is a with a tinge of red, and they look different. They look different. That's where it is. Thanks, Priya. So now I'm just going to go the outer layer, the last layer, and I'm just going to I'm going to put a red charcoal, so work is still not done. A little more redness is going to come in, because the charcoal I'm going to use it right, because more than the graphite, the charcoal kind of spreads, so I'm just keeping that to the end. So if you see here, you can see this, my graphite are kind of come inside my heart. So we use eraser only for such things. So I've not been conscious, because I've been doing a session, so I'm chatting and doing it, so I have not been conscious to keep. Right? If you feel that, I feel if this is too organized one. So if you see here, it is kind of more of the irregular way of doing it. So they see that it's not that they're not good, they're good, but they look different. I've done more of up and down out here. Right? So now let's do the last part of it. So what I'm going to use my red charcoal. I'm just going to go in the edges. Ideally you need to use a different tortillon, but I didn't. That's fine. You're gonna mixed, because it's going to get a graphite with a red, so that's fine. I like that finish also. So keep separate. So if you want a real pure red result, then keep your stubs for the colored ones, separate ones. How are you liking it? Welcome, Sunita. Tangle even gracious. Pallavi, thank you for joining in. Would love to see all your creations, so please do create it and share it. Thanks, Pallavi, for saying it very nice. Priya for pretty. If I missed on the comments, I'm sorry. So it's a thanks to all. I'm just putting very light. I'm not putting too much of it. Very light movement of my. You can, it's just like you're shading that how you want it. So I'm just giving it a little light. So it's very simple pattern, and the way you pushed it across, your result is going to be. Right, so I'm just going to use my quick. Do leave your comment on my IGTV and create it, your creations, and share it. So I'm just going to use the eraser. I use eraser more for the shading purpose. So we took deep breaths, we created, we enjoyed it. Didn't we enjoy? And you have the bigger one and the smaller sister. So two big sisters and the small sisters together out here. All three are different. It's the same pattern what we have done, but all three are different. Hey, hi Nia, thanks. So create it and share it. I would want to see your creation, and you can give this gift to someone this month. Make this nice. You can even put some photos out here, or if you want to write something out there, you can write it out there. Or if you want to do those gems work out there, you can do it. I had actually left incomplete. You can do more out here. All these round ones, while I'm left it, you can just ink it up with red here and there, orbs. So here and there you can do red, you can do black, a mix of it. Just do a mix of it. So would love to see your creations. Do create your creations and share it. So next week again we come back and let's enjoy the Valentine month. So next week also the session will be something to do with heart. So is it a string or a pattern? As the week goes, I will get to know. It's a surprise for me also. So my dog is come, my pet has come to say your session has to get over. Time to give me my dinner. So please. So he sniffs it when it's 9 o'clock on the clock and it's my Insta is going to get over. He kind of sniffs it across and he knows that, and he comes. So far he was not there. Now he's come out here. Thanks, Neha. So as we end up, this is something new which I was working on for the last one more week. So this is something magic. Enjoy it. This is small magic playing around. So thanks, Diamond Limit. Thanks, Silva. It was actually Tangle Event who had put that, created a tile and I put a nice music to it. So thank you, gracias. Buenos dias to all the people from the Spain. And ciao, see you all next week, next Tuesday. And as I just before I end it up, I just want to say that when you take a session of Zentangle, take a session from a certified Zentangle teacher, or you want to watch an Insta, just watch a Insta which has been done by a YouTube or Instagram which has been done by a certified Zentangle teacher, because you get the right information from the right person, because they have been trained from the creator of this art, Maya and Rick. So thank you Meenakshi. So I have a couple of Zentangle classes, beginners and advanced, and like what I said, this also I may be converting if you're interested, this magic Zentangle photo card. So the magical one. So see you next week. Ciao, see you, happy week.